Worldwide, around 1.2 billion people use Microsoft Word. But can this almost ubiquitous word processor be used as a cheap teleprompter? I'm pretty sure at some time you've wondered if you can use Microsoft Word to scroll text up the screen, like on a teleprompter. Well, yes it can. But making the text scroll isn't the only challenge. Today I'll show you how to make your text scroll in Microsoft Word and the best way to use Word to make your performance look convincing. Let's start with the scrolling text. Microsoft Word can be made to automatically scroll text by using the scroll wheel on your mouse. Open the script document in Word, place the cursor on or beside the page of text, then press the scroll wheel once. You can see that the cursor changes to a dot with two triangles, one pointing up and the other down. Now pull the mouse slightly toward you and you'll see that this text starts to scroll. The greater the movement of the mouse, the faster the text scrolls. To reverse the scroll direction, push the mouse forward or away from you. To stop the text scrolling, click the scroll wheel again or click one of the mouse buttons. Great, you now know how to make Microsoft Word scroll like a teleprompter, but there are a few other steps I recommend you do before going ahead with recording your script. The key to making teleprompter footage look convincing is to make sure you keep looking approximately at the same area of the screen as you read the script. To achieve this, you want the line of text you're reading to be within the so-called gaze region, an area that's within about 2 inches of the webcam or camera. You can do this by keeping the text in a narrow column in the middle of the screen and ensure the text at the start and at the end of the script scroll past the camera. So let's go through the steps. Ideally, you'll want to lower your webcam or camera so it's close to the text you're reading. That means adding some space above the first line of text. Incidentally, if you want a gadget that will let you put your camera in front of the computer screen without blocking your view of the script, check out my video about using a plexicam with a computer. I'll put a link up there. Anyway, back to using Microsoft Word. Place the cursor at the start of the script and hit the Enter key a few times until the first line of text is about halfway down the screen. This way the first line of your script can scroll up past the camera instead of starting at the top of the screen. The other benefit of doing this is that the first line of the script won't immediately scroll off the screen when scrolling begins. The next problem we need to solve is that Word will stop scrolling your script when the bottom of the last page appears on the screen. This is what I mean. You're reading up here, but the rest of the script is below the camera and has stopped scrolling up where you need it. Again, this is an easy fix. Place your cursor at the end of the script and hit the Enter key a few times until the last line of your script is above the gaze region of the screen. This will ensure the script does not stop scrolling until you've finished reading. Another issue with Word is that in standard mode, your document is displayed as separate pages. It's called Print Layout View. And as you can see here, the problem is that there's a gap between pages and each page has a header and footer. The net effect is that you have a large gap between the text at the bottom of one page and the text at the top of the next page. If you leave the script like that, once you've got to the bottom of a page, you'll have to wait for the text on the next page to appear in the gaze region. To fix this, you need to remove that gap. But fortunately, the fix will also bring the margins into the middle of the document instead of having the text run the width of the screen, which is another problem we would need to sort out. Here's what to do. In the menu bar, click on View, then click on Immersive Reader in the tool ribbon. This will display your script without any gaps between the pages, and you can choose whether the column is wide, moderate, narrow, or very narrow. To keep your script within the gaze region, click on column width on the left of the tool ribbon. Then in the drop-down menu, choose either narrow or very narrow. You can now go ahead and record your video. I can simulate what it would look like with the webcam in front of the screen and the text scrolling up. The green circle represents the gaze region, where the text is close enough to the camera lens to make it appear as if you're looking at the viewer whilst reading the script in that region. I like to read the text as it appears just above the top of the webcam. However, you could equally read the text as it's just about to disappear underneath the webcam. Once you've finished, click on Close Immersive Reader, which has a red cross in a box above it. You should now be back in the normal Microsoft Word page layout view. So that's how to make text scroll in Word. I hope you found it useful. Please like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It helps me make more. And to make sure you don't miss any new videos, hit that notification bell. Finally, you can find in-depth articles on my website, DIYvideostudio.com. I'll put a link in the description. I wish you well and look forward to seeing you again next time.